Chapter 55. Adelmo couldn't help but express his excitement, saying, "We'll definitely have an interesting tale to share with Nick once we're back." Lana, with a smile on her face, chimed in, "Absolutely. We'll have quite the story to tell." Curiosity piqued, Sierra inquired, "Who exactly is Nick?" Lana smiles warmly at Sierra's question and replies, "Oh, Nick is a close friend of mine and Adelmo's. We've known him for a long time, and he's always been there for us. He's a really good guy." Sierra's curiosity piques and she asks, "But what does he do? Why is it his job to help?" Lana takes a moment to gather her thoughts before answering. "Well, Nick is actually a detective. He works in law enforcement, and it's his duty to assist people in need. So, if there's any issue or concern regarding your stay with me, he'll definitely step in and help us out." As the waiter brings their food, Sierra's worried expression lingers on her face. The waiter kindly serves their dishes and says, "I hope you enjoy your food." Polite as ever, they all respond with gratitude, "Thank you," and the waiter walks away. Sierra's concern still evident. She hesitates before speaking. What exactly do you mean by Nick's job? I'm a bit confused." Lana reassures her, "Don't worry, Sierra. Nick being a detective means he has the skills and knowledge to handle different situations. If there's any problem or if we need any assistance during your stay, he'll be there to support us. But for now, let's not stress about it. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, all right?" As they continue enjoying their meal, the time seems to slip away quickly. Adelmo breaks the silence by asking, "By the way, what time do we need to catch our flight tomorrow?" Sierra recalls, "If I remember correctly, our flight is scheduled for 5 in the morning." Adelmo exclaims, "Wow, that's really early." Sierra nods in agreement. "Yeah, my parents were always early risers, so I guess it runs in the family." Lana glances at her watch and realizes the lateness of the hour. She suggests, I think it's about time we try to get some sleep. It's almost midnight, and we have an early start tomorrow." They all stand up, making their way to the register, and Adelmo takes care of the bill. Exiting the room, they made their way back to the hotel, opting for the less crowded back entrance. As they ascended the stairs to their room, anticipation filled the air. Upon reaching the door, they exchanged hopeful glances before knocking, eager to see if Samara was inside. Disappointment washed over them as there was no response from within. Without missing a beat, they entered the room, Lana and Sierra preparing for bed after a long day of exploring the city. Sierra, being the more efficient of the two, finished getting ready first and decided to check the departure time of their plane. To their surprise, the flight was scheduled for 3 in the morning. Sierra quickly informed the rest of the group, prompting them to set an alarm to ensure they wouldn't miss their early morning departure. Adelmo, feeling a sense of responsibility, took it upon himself to leave a note for Samara, extending an invitation for her to visit them in New Orleans if she desired. With the note in hand, Adelmo slipped out of the room once more, carefully sliding the paper between the door and the frame. Adelmo made sure it was visible enough for Samara to notice upon her return. Returning to the room, Adelmo found Lana and Sierra already settled in their beds, ready to rest before their early morning journey. As they drifted off to sleep, the excitement of the day's adventures lingered in the air, mingling with the anticipation of what the next day would bring. The group was ready to embark on a new chapter of their journey, leaving behind memories of the city they had come to love. Adelmo prepares for bed, sliding into his side of the bed next to Lana. As he settles in, his mind begins to wander, reflecting on the events of the day. Lana shifts her body, snuggling closer to Adelmo and wrapping her arm around him. With a gentle kiss on his jaw, she softly asks, "Is everything all right?" Adelmo adjusts his position, lying on his back and locking eyes with Lana. He reassures her, "Yeah, everything's fine. I'm just trying to make sense of everything that happened on this trip." Lana rests her upper body on top of Adelmo's, maintaining eye contact as she speaks. "Remember, I'm always here for you. If you ever need to talk, I'm all ears." Adelmo expresses his gratitude, acknowledging Lana's support. "I know, and I appreciate that, my love." In that moment, He leans in for a tender kiss, their lips meeting in a gentle embrace. However, their intimate moment is abruptly interrupted by the sound of snoring. They exchange amused glances, struggling to contain their laughter. Adelmo remarks, "Well, that certainly kills the mood." Lana bursts into laughter, burying her head on Adelmo's chest to stifle the sound. Adelmo smiles, holding her close, and whispers, "I love you so much." Lana gazes at him affectionately and replies, "I love you too." They find solace in each other's presence as they rest their heads on Adelmo's chest, listening to the rhythmic beat of his heart. The tranquility washes over them, and they drift off to sleep, just like every other night. Adelmo and Lana stood there, stunned and bewildered, as they tried to make sense of the bizarre sequence of events that had just unfolded before their eyes. The building they were in moments ago had collapsed right in front of them, leaving them standing outside, grasping onto the door that was now their only connection to the chaos that had ensued. The sight was both surreal and terrifying, as if they had been transported to an alternate reality where the laws of physics no longer applied. Adelmo's mind raced, desperately searching for an explanation for the inexplicable. He couldn't help but feel a surge of adrenaline coursing through his veins, his heart pounding in his chest. Lana, equally perplexed, looked at him with wide eyes, her voice trembling as she tried to find the right words to express her confusion. "What just happened? How do we end up here? This doesn't make any sense," she stammered, her voice filled with a mix of fear and disbelief. As they slowly backed away from the wreckage, Adelmo's mind was still reeling from the sudden shift in reality. He couldn't shake off the feeling that they were trapped in some sort of twisted nightmare, where the boundaries between dreams and reality had become blurred. Just as he was about to voice his thoughts, his attention was drawn to the terminal window. His eyes widened in disbelief as he saw a pack of werewolves stealthily sneaking into the back of the plane they were supposed to board. Adelmo's voice trembled with a mixture of concern and urgency as he turned to Lana. "Lana, we have a serious problem here. We can't board that plane with those creatures on board. We need to find a way to stop them before it's too late." Abruptly, they jolt awake from their dream, feeling disoriented by the rapid changes in scenery. As they try to make sense of their surroundings, they can't help but question whether the airplane segment of their dream is a premonition of things to come. The uncertainty lingers in their mind, especially considering the recurring nature of the dream over the past few nights. Their heart races as they recall the vivid details of the dream, each jump from place to place etched in their memory. The feeling of unease settles in as they contemplate the possibility of their dream manifesting in reality. Could it be a mere coincidence or a sign of something more significant about to unfold? As they struggle to shake off the lingering confusion, they can't help but feel a sense of foreboding. The uncertainty of what the future holds weighs heavily on their mind, leaving them with a sense of apprehension. Will the events of their dream come to fruition, or is it simply a product of their subconscious mind? Only time will tell.